Harvard versus Oxford, which is better? When it comes to world-class education, two names dominate the conversation: Harvard University in the United States and Oxford University in the United Kingdom. Both have centuries of history, iconic alumni, and reputations that are recognized around the globe. But the question students often ask is, which is better, Harvard or Oxford? Choosing between these two giants is like choosing between legends. Both represent excellence, prestige, and opportunities that can completely change the course of your life. But prestige alone is not enough. To find the real answer, we need to look deeper into academics, rankings, student experience, culture, career outcomes, admissions, costs, and research. So let's begin this in-depth comparison. Before diving into the details, let's take a step back and understand where these institutions come from. Harvard, founded in 1636, is the oldest university in the United States. It was named after John Harvard, a young minister who donated his library and half his estate to the institution. From its modest beginnings with only 9 students, Harvard has grown into a global powerhouse with over 20,000 students and one of the largest university endowments in the world. Oxford's history is even more astonishing. Teaching in Oxford dates back to the late 11th century, making it one of the oldest universities in the world. By the 13th century, Oxford had already established itself as a center of scholarship. Its system of colleges, each functioning as a community of learning and living, remains unique even today. So Harvard is a symbol of America's rise, while Oxford is deeply intertwined with European history and tradition. Academics and teaching style. Harvard offers a broad liberal arts education. Undergraduate students are encouraged to explore multiple fields: mathematics, literature, economics, biology, before choosing a major. This flexibility is designed to create well-rounded thinkers. Harvard also hosts world-leading graduate schools in business, law, medicine, engineering, and government. Oxford, however, is known for its specialization. Once you are admitted into a subject, you dive deeply into it from day one. The tutorial system is its crown jewel. Imagine sitting with a professor every week, debating your essay line by line, being challenged on every argument you make. It's intense, personal, and transformative. Global rankings. According to the QS World University Rankings 2025 and Times Higher Education, Harvard consistently ranks number 1 in the United States and almost always in the top 3 worldwide. Oxford, on the other hand, frequently takes the global number 1 spot, especially in Times Higher Education rankings. This shows not only its historical significance but also its modern-day academic dominance. But remember, rankings are just numbers. They measure reputation, faculty output, and research, but they cannot measure how you'll feel walking through the libraries, engaging with professors, or being part of the community. Campus and student life. Harvard's campus is in Cambridge, Massachusetts, across the Charles River from Boston. It's a blend of red brick, ivy-covered buildings and cutting-edge laboratories. The campus buzzes with energy, students from all over the world, hundreds of clubs, athletic teams, theater groups, and research societies. With over 400 student organizations, there's something for everyone. Oxford feels like stepping back in time. Instead of one centralized campus, it's a collection of 39 colleges spread across the historic city. Each college has its own dining hall, chapel, library, and centuries-old traditions. At Oxford, you might attend a formal dinner in a hall lit by candlelight, wearing academic gowns, an experience unique to this institution. Harvard offers a modern, urban, fast-paced vibe, while Oxford provides a historic, intimate, and tradition-filled environment. Learning approach. Harvard's strength lies in exploration. Students are encouraged to take courses outside their discipline. A computer science major might take art history, or a political science student might dive into statistics. This approach sparks creativity and cross-disciplinary innovation. Oxford's approach is sharper and more intense. Once you're in your program, you are expected to specialize deeply. Weekly tutorials mean constant feedback, constant questioning, and constant growth. It's like intellectual boot camp, hard but rewarding. So Harvard is for students who want options and exploration, while Oxford is for those who crave focus and mastery. Career opportunities. Both universities are launchpads to incredible careers. At Harvard, being in the United States means proximity to Wall Street, Silicon Valley, and Washington, D.C. Many students secure internships at top firms even before graduation. Its alumni network is massive: presidents, Nobel laureates, billionaires, entrepreneurs. In fact, the phrase Harvard connection itself carries weight in global business and politics. Oxford alumni also dominate the global stage. Over 30 British prime ministers studied here, including Margaret Thatcher and Tony Blair. World leaders from India, Pakistan, and across Africa are Oxford graduates. The university has deep ties to international organizations like the United Nations, the World Bank, and the European Union. Harvard connects you directly to the American corporate and political world, while Oxford opens doors to European, Commonwealth, and global institutions. Admissions. Getting into either Harvard or Oxford is no easy task. Harvard's acceptance rate is under 4%. The admissions committee looks for more than grades. They want leadership, extracurriculars, essays that show personality, and recommendations that highlight character. It's about building a diverse community of thinkers, creators, and leaders. Oxford's admissions are equally rigorous but different. Your personal statement must clearly demonstrate academic passion for your chosen subject. You may need to take admissions tests like the Oxford Thinking Skills Assessment or subject-specific exams. Shortlisted candidates face interviews that mimic the tutorial style, testing how you think on the spot. So Harvard focuses on the whole person, while Oxford emphasizes academic depth and intellectual ability. Costs and financial aid. At Harvard, tuition is over $55,000 a year. But here's the important part: Harvard's financial aid is among the most generous in the world. If your family earns under $75,000 a year, you pay nothing. Even families earning much more still receive significant support. Oxford's costs depend on your residency. UK and EU students pay much less, while international students pay higher fees, though still often lower than Harvard. Living costs in Oxford are also lower than in Boston. Scholarships, bursaries, and government loans make Oxford accessible to many. So for affordability, Oxford wins on sticker price, but Harvard can be surprisingly affordable thanks to financial aid. Research and innovation. Harvard pours billions annually into research. From cutting-edge medicine and artificial intelligence to social sciences and climate change, students can get hands-on experience with some of the biggest projects shaping the future. Oxford is equally formidable. Its researchers played a central role in developing the AstraZeneca COVID-19 vaccine. It also leads in literature, philosophy, and classics while expanding into renewable energy and artificial intelligence. In terms of research, it's not about who is better, it's about where you want to make your mark. Alumni and legacy. Harvard's alumni include U.S. presidents like John F. Kennedy and Barack Obama, innovators like Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg, and cultural icons like Natalie Portman and Yo-Yo Ma. Oxford's alumni list reads like a global hall of fame. World leaders like Indira Gandhi and Bill Clinton, writers like J.R.R. Tolkien and Oscar Wilde, and scientists like Stephen Hawking. Both universities have produced people who change the world. Culture and traditions. Harvard traditions include the annual Harvard-Yale football game, primal scream before exams, and senior class day rituals. Oxford traditions include formal hall dinners, rowing on the Thames, and centuries-old ceremonies in Latin. The Oxford Union Debate Society is legendary, hosting global figures like Winston Churchill, Dalai Lama, and Malala Yousafzai. If you want modern student culture, Harvard may feel more relatable. If you want traditions that connect you to 1,000 years of history, Oxford is unmatched. So which is better, Harvard or Oxford? The answer is, it depends on you. If you want flexibility, a modern city environment, and access to U.S. industries, choose Harvard. If you want an immersive historic academic culture, deep intellectual challenge, and global traditions, choose Oxford. Both are extraordinary, both will challenge you, both will transform your life. In conclusion, there is no absolute winner. The key is not which university is better overall, but which one is better for you. If you prepare well, choose wisely, and stay dedicated, either Harvard or Oxford can open doors that change your life forever. If you enjoyed this comparison, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment below. Which would you choose, Harvard or Oxford? And if you want a detailed guide on how to get accepted into either university, check out my next video where I break down applications, scholarships, and insider tips.